number 1. When the two singular subjects connected by or nor require singular verb. So for example, Martha or Lazarus cultivates the land for a proposed crop production. So we have the two singular subjects, the Martha and Lazarus, and they are connected by the word or. So therefore, we need to use a singular verb. And then the singular verb here is the word cultivates. So again, I will repeat the sentence. Martha, the singular subjects or the connecting words, and then Lazarus, the second singular subjects, cultivates is the singular verb. The land for the proposed crop production. Rule number 2. When the two singular subjects connected by either an or neither and nor require a singular verb, as in rule number 1. Again, when the two singular subjects connected by either an or neither and nor require a singular verb, as in rule number 1. So for example, either afforestation or reforestation promotes the conservation of Mother Nature. So we have two singular subjects, the word afforestation and reforestation. And then they are connected by the word either and or. So therefore, we need to use a singular verb. And then promotes is the singular verb. Again, I will repeat the sentence. Either afforestation or reforestation promotes the conservation of Mother Nature. Rule number 3. When I, as one of the two subjects connected by either or neither or nor, put it second and follow it with a singular verb am or with the base form of the verb. So we have here Joda and I as the two subjects connected by either and or. So I here is one of the subjects, and then therefore we need to put it second to the other subjects. So we have here either Joda or I join the forestry organization. Rule number 4. When a singular subject is connected by or nor to a plural subject, put the plural subject last and use a plural verb. So for example, the principal nor the teachers join the symposium about green piggery. So singular subject here is the word principal, and then the plural subject is the teachers, and then they are connected by the word nor. So therefore, we need to use a plural verb, and then we need to put the plural subject last. Okay, so as you observe, the principal is the singular subject, nor is the connecting words, and then the teachers is the plural subjects. As you observe, it put it on the last, and then join is the plural verb. Rule number 5. When a singular and plural subjects are connected by either or neither nor, put the plural subject last. So for example, either the president is the singular subject, and then or the constituents, the plural subjects, are aware of the kaingin farming in the place. So again, either the president or the constituents are aware of the kaingin farming in the place. So president is the singular subjects and constituents is the plural subjects. You observe, constituent put at last, and then they are connected by the word either and or. So therefore, that's it. So either the president or the constituents are aware of the kaingin farming in the place. Rule number 6. As a general rule, use plural verb with two or more different subjects when they are connected by and. To show two different subjects in a sentence, each subject is usually introduced by an article or a possessive pronoun. So for example, global warming and climate change enkindle the people to change. So we have the two different subjects, the word global warming and climate change. So as you observe, these two subjects usually introduced in the article. So and they are connected by the word and. So therefore, based on the rule number 6, we need to use a plural verb. So in Kindle is the plural verb. So again, I will repeat the sentence. Global warming and climate change in Kindle the people to change. Rule number 7. Subjects joined by and mean a single idea take a singular verb. So for example, grilled ham and cheese is what we often have for snack after our forestry review class. Again, grilled ham and cheese is what we often have for snack after our forestry review class. So as you observe, this sentence mean only a single idea. So we have the subjects here, two subjects here is the grilled ham and cheese, and they are connected by the word and. So therefore, if the sentence mean only a single idea and the subjects are connected by the word or joined by the word and, so we need to use a singular verb. So singular verb here is the word is. So again, I will repeat the sentence. Grilled ham and cheese is what we often have for snack after our. Rule number 8. If the subject and the verb in a sentence are interrupted with the interviewing phrases introduced by including, along with, together with, as well as, beside, and etc., the verb must still agree in the simple subject. So for example, tree planting as well as tree parenting embraces the act of environmental protection. So tree planting and tree parenting are the two subjects, and they are interrupted by the interviewing phrases, which is as well as. So therefore, if that happens, the verb must still agree with the simple subject. So the subject here are the tree planting and tree parenting. So as you observe, these two subjects are singular subjects. So therefore, we need also to use singular verb, which is embraces. So that's rule number 9. Indefinite pronouns like each, everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, nobody, no one, something, either, neither, not one, and everything are singular and require singular verb. So for example, everyone in the class is very conversant about vitro fertilization. Again, everyone in the class is very conversant about in vitro fertilization. So we have here the indefinite pronouns used in the sentence is everyone. So therefore, we need to use a singular verb, and then the singular verb in the sentence is the word is. So again, I will repeat the sentence. Everyone in the class is very conversant about the vitro fertilization. Rule number 10. With words that indicate portions, percent, fraction, part, majority, some, half, all, more, remainder, and so forth, look at the noun in your of phrase or object of the prepositions to determine whether to use a singular or a plural verb. If the object of the preposition is singular, use a singular verb. And if plural, use a plural verb. So for example, 1/3 of the city joins the greetings projects of DNR. Again, 1/3 of the city joins the greeting project of DNR. So as you observed, the object of the preposition shows a singular, and then therefore I use, or the sentence use the singular verb, which is joins. Rule number 11. When either and neither are subjects without or and nor, a singular verb is required even if they seem to be referring to more than or one thing. So for example, either of us is capable of doing embryo transfer. So either is the subjects, and they are, as you observe in the sentence, they are referring to more than one thing, and then it don't have a without or and nor. So we need to use a singular verb. So singular verb in the sentence is capable. So that's it. Again, I will repeat the sentence. Either of us is capable of doing embryo transfer. Rule number 12. The words here and there have generally been labeled as adverbs even though they indicate place. So sentences beginning with here or there require verbs depending on the number of the nouns that come after them. So we have, for example, there goes Dan, the forest ranger. So we have the adverbs here, the word there, and then Dan is the singular subjects. So therefore, based on the rule number 12, if the verb must depend on the subject. So the sentence use singular subject. So therefore, we need to use a singular verb. So singular verb in the sentence is the word goes. So therefore, there goes Dan, the forest ranger. Number 13. Units such as amounts, size, time, quantities, or distances always require a singular verb. So for example, 15 pesos is a small amount for a kilo of sweet corn. Again, 50 pesos is a small amount for a kilo of sweet corn. So as you observe, 15 pesos are the units, example units of amounts, and then if that happens, if the sentence use a units, we need to use a singular verb. So is the singular verb here. Again, I will repeat the sentence. 15 pesos shows the units in the amounts, and then is the singular verb. Is a small amount for a kilo of sweet corn. Number 14. Sometimes the relative pronoun who, what, or which is the subject of the verb in the middle of the sentence. So the pronouns who, that, and which become singular or plural according to the noun directly in front of them. So if that noun is singular, use a singular verb, and if it is plural, use the plural verb. So for example, patron is the agriculturist who writes the rationale of the thesis. Again, patron is the agriculturist who writes the rationale of the theory. So we have here the singular verb which is patron, and it's connected by the word, and we have here the relative pronoun who. So therefore, the verb must agree with the subject. So we have singular subjects, the patron, and then we need to use a singular verb which is writes. Rule number 15. Collective nouns like team, staff, group, family, crowd, army, etc. require a singular verb if the members are thought of as acting collectively, and plural if the members are thought of as acting separately. So, and the staff is in the meeting for the fast approaching inauguration. Again, the staff is in the meeting for the fast approaching inauguration. So as you observe, the members are thought as an acting collectively or the form the unity. So therefore, if that happens, we need to use a singular verb. So is the singular verb here. Again, I will repeat the sentence. The staff is in the meeting for the fast approaching inauguration. Rule number 16. The expressions a number of always requires a plural verb, while the expressions the number of always requires a singular verb when used as subjects. So a number of foresters are planning to file a complaint. Again, a number of foresters are planning to file a complaint. So the expressions a number of used as a subject in the sentence, and as based on the rule number 16, if a number of used as a subjects in the sentence, we need to use a plural verb, and then are planning considered as a plural or used as a plural verb. So plural verb which is are planning. So that's it. Again, a number of foresters are planning to file a complaint. Rule number 17. Nouns that always come in pairs like scissors, sunglasses, shoes, tongues, lips, drawers, fears, pants, chairs, and etc. are always plural and require plural verbs unless they are introduced by the expressions the pair of. For example, the pair of tongs I bought is very priceless. Again, the pair of tongs I bought is very priceless. So we have here, so the nouns here is the pair of tongs. So tongs. So these nouns always used as a pair. So an I bought is very priceless. Rule number 18. Nouns plural in form but singular in meaning, such as mathematics, economics, news, politics, etc., require singular verbs. For example, mathematics is my favorite subject. Again, mathematics is my favorite subject. So as you observe, the nouns here put in a plural in form but it have a singular meaning. So therefore, if that happens, we need to use a singular verb. So is the singular verb. Again, mathematics is my favorite subjects. So mathematics used is a plural in form but singular in meaning, and is the singular verb. Rule number 19. In sentences with both positive and negative subjects, the verb should agree with the positive subject. So for example, it is the law enforcer, not the laws, that needs to change. So we have here, as you observed in the sentence, we have positive and negative subjects, but based on the rule number 19, the subject, the verb rather, must agree in the subject. So in the positive subject, so the positive subject in the sentence is the law enforcer. So law enforcers expressed is a singular subject, so therefore we need to use a singular verb, so which is need. So again, it is the law enforcer, not the laws, that needs to change. Number 20. Titles of books, movies, songs require a singular verb. For example, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is the first Disney movie. So, as you observe in the sentence, we have the titles of movies, which is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So, based on the rule number 20, we need to use a singular verb. So, that's why we use is, because is the singular verb. Again, I will repeat the sentence. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is the first Disney movie. Rule number 21. The pronoun you and I always require the base or the plural form of the verb, even in cases where they refer to only one person. Okay, so example, Leslie, you have to submit your project proposal on time or else you will fail. So as you observed in the sentence, it is refer only on the one person, but based on the rule number 29, the pronoun you and I should require the base form of or the plural form of the verb. So that's why, Leslie, you have to submit. So submit here is the plural form of the verb. So that's it. Rule number 22. Adjectives used as nouns are considered plural and thus require plural verbs. So for example, the hard-working reaped the produce of their endeavor. Again, the hard-working reaped the produce of their endeavor. So as you observe, the hard-working reaped is the adjectives, and hardworking rather is the adjectives. So based on the rule number 22, adjectives used as nouns are considered plural. So as you observe, hardworking here considered as a noun, or it is the subject of the sentence. So that's why we need to use a plural form of the verb. So that's why produce. So produce here is the plural form of the verb. Again, I will repeat the sentence. The hardworking reap the produce of their endeavor. Rule number 23. The name of a film or company, also appearing plural, requires a singular verb. So even though that this or the subjects appears as a plural, so we need to take singular verb because it is the name or the film or company or any organization. So, for example, Renewal Brothers is a law firm that advocates the protection of virgin forest. So, as you observe in the sentence, it is the organizations. The Renewal Brothers here is the organizations, and based on the rule number 23, we need to take or it we need to take a singular form of the verb. So that's why we use or the sentence use advocates, since advocates is the singular form of the verbs. Again, I will rule number 24. For sentences following inverted order, the verb still agrees with the subject regardless of the number of the nouns that come before it. For example, when we say inverted order, it is the reverse version or of the usual order that is designed for a variety of emphasis. So that's it. So for example, beside me were the illegal logger and the dynamite fisher. So as you observe, the sentence inverted was in the inverted order. So we have a lot of numbers of the nouns here, and then based on rule number 24, so the verb must still agrees with the numbers of the noun. So that's why we have where here. So since it could be a plural form of the verb because we have a lot of nouns. So that's it. Thank you for watching. God bless.